grade being determined like 60% is from tests, like usual colleges and universities do it. They're more used to like your project determining your grade in your class or in your whole career or high school, and that's not really, even though it works and it's that's why this place is beautiful. The reality when they go to college, they're not gonna do that many projects. They're not gonna have interdisciplinary projects, branching math and English and history. It's not gonna happen. It's gonna be one class, 2-3 tests a semester, and that dictates anything from 60 to 80% of your grade. Homework is minimum, especially math classes, like 10-15%. So I try to make them do enough math and prepare them for time tests, prepare them for the rigor that they're gonna see later on when they get to college and universities. And that's how I'm trying to prepare them. Also with the problem solving, trying to teach them how to study, showing them different articles about how group work makes students learn better, how studying outside of school with different study groups make them learn better, how is the individual just crunch time and doing a bunch of problems that, while it does work, repetition is good, there's other avenues and there's other ways you can study and really understand materials, not just one way. There's so many ways, you gotta find which way works for you. And I think by giving them all these options, they get to choose and they start preparing themselves, because everybody's different. I learn different than you do, you doing different than I do, but as long as I know which ways or what can I do, I start experimenting and then I'll find my own way. And then after that, you'll be pretty successful. If you know how you learn and how you learn best, you can probably learn anything you want to learn. And that's what
I like that the student's voice is really involved in every decision, so that we're thoughtful about the places that the students are coming from and what they need. And I think when we're making decisions, that's one of the central components. I also like that the students get choice in projects, in what happens in the classroom, around advisory. I really like the opportunity to give students a voice and choice in what they're doing at the school. And then I also appreciate, this doesn't really sound that great, but actually I think it is because it's in service of kids. I really appreciate that if a teacher isn't doing what they need to be doing, that they can go somewhere else. And it's an important part of making our schools really great is teachers who don't fit our model aren't asked to stay here. Well, as early as possible, we start talking about college and what the college options are and how students can see themselves in different universities. And so the college field trip is important for us because students get a chance to really say, oh, this is a school I could see myself in, or this is what happens in a university, and I can picture myself in this club or in this class or doing this with my friends, and so, or living in this dorm. So it's the opportunity, one, to be exposed to it, and then to see themselves in different possible universities or university environments, so that it becomes a reality. They start thinking about it early, but then it becomes a reality for them after they leave here. Well, the advisory is like a family, in my opinion. I mean, the whole school was kind of like a family, but the advisory is your small, close family. It's like the family you live with and you see them often. And you talk about whatever's on a student's mind or what students need support with. So sometimes the family talks about dilemmas, and sometimes the family talks about college, and sometimes a family just hangs out together. So what I love about that is the advisor becomes an advocate for their students in identifying what they need to talk about, and then encouraging them to talk and connect and be themselves. And it's not about a quote-unquote traditional academic approach. It's very much about honoring each student, knowing where they are from and knowing what they need, and then supporting them. So I wanted to work here because I was coming back to San Diego, and I saw that it was a charter school that thought differently about ways that we could educate kids. And what I know actually is that teachers are empowered to do things that will empower kids. So teachers are treated like professionals who know their kids and who know what's best for kids, and then kids are given the opportunity to, because the teacher knows them, then the teacher can make decisions around what's best for students and how to create projects that really engage them and connect them to the real world. And that can be really valuable, because when you have teachers empowered, they empower students, and then you have a school that's really focused on kids. So that's what I love. And my experiences, I'd say the best thing about HTHI is that I get to really know kids, and I get to know who they are, they know who I am, and I have relationships with students that are deep, where we understand each other as humans, and where we're really trying to push each other to be better in the world. So I think relationships are at the center of everything we do here at HTHI, and I think we see each other as people first, and then we identify how we can support each other and celebrate each other. And when it's time to celebrate, I think we do a really good job of saying, wow, that was amazing, look at what you did, or exhibiting our great work and saying, like, look how hard we worked and look at where we went with our work. And also I think it's a beautiful thing that we can affect the community and be thoughtful about who am I as a member of a community and what can I do in that community. And I think it's really cool that we can do that here as part of learning. And then the other thing I'm really proud of as a member of the HTHI community is that when students live here, or they come here every day, they end up basically living here because they like it here. They want to be here. And kind of breaks are kind of, although kids want breaks too and vacations, they actually sometimes want to come back too, which is something I'm really proud of. Because we all really treat each other like family and support each other. Love each other.
Would you like this thing?
We'll play your instrument. That is your